Hello and welcome back to the second chapter in my Fallen Enchantress Beta 4 Let's Play series. I found this nice sort of cluster of objects. We've got some roaming Darklings, the Darkling Camp, a Humble Inn, and this Air Shrill army all in one spot at the edge of a river next to a mountain. It's sort of like a little pocket of XP, if I can succeed here. Oh, and it looks like I've got 2 extra shrills to the north there. So all in all, a dangerous spot to sit. I think what I'm going to do is split up my soldiers here. Got Vasim by himself now, so he can get a little extra experience out of this battle. That battle axe does a lot of good damage. Good animations for it too. If you notice, the animations are all new for that. Oh, whoops, that was a mistake. I wanted to move Emperor Karavox there, and then Emperor Karavox could take out the second air shrill. Looks like that's all they're going to be able to do, so I will end turn. Oh no. It looks like, without my knowledge, the Tarth have cropped up in the west. They've got an outpost, 2 outposts on this west side now, which basically just means I'm going to have to go to war with them a little earlier than I normally might. But that's what the game's all about. Fun, fun war. Oh, that was a bad AI mistake. It attacked an Ophidian with a magical attack. Even though it did a good amount of damage, Ophidians will resist every magical attack, so it's only ever going to do half damage, at best. I find it interesting that the air shrill didn't go in for the attack there. Seems to be holding back. I'm not sure why, because either way it's going to get destroyed. Oh, now I've got my 3 heroes to the north. It looks like I found a nice colonizable area up here. Let's see. A 2-5. I've never seen one of those before. I think I might take that. That's going to have such a high production capacity. Oh, that's funny. The Tarth want tribute, even though I'm about to go to war with them, so no point in that. But what's nice to see is they're asking for a reasonable amount of Gildar. In the previous beta, they'd asked for like 1,040 Gildar instead of 104. I mean, I could have paid that if I was so inclined. But I choose not to. I choose to be aggressive. Hopefully I'll win. I might have wanted to wait 1 extra turn for that. Whoops. They've all got spell resistance, which means I'm going to go into fortify mode. See, this is really good on their part. They're getting into a solid formation. I like to see that. But what I really like to see is when 2 fortifications are put near each other, they start to look really cool. And then I'm going to hold my slithering snake back. I don't suppose slow would ever be worth it against these guys. Let's see, yeah, 22 resistance, and he's got 67 spell mastery, which means I have less than a 40% chance of the spell hitting. so I'll continue to defend. Just wait for them. Now they're gonna do potentially a lot of damage, but I'm sort of counting on the idea that they're gonna miss because of my dodge ability. The thing that's interesting here is, though, if you look at the tactic the AI is using, it's got a weak middle, and the middle is going to be the most lucrative target to be hit, so it can work to create a weak middle because you want your strongest guys out on the flanks. And so it looks like they've got a solid front line for what's here, and they've got a flanking charger unit on the back flank, and then a normal flanking unit on the right flank, which means that besides just sitting here, there's nothing I can do. It's a really solid strategy. The only thing that could have been better is if this rider had gone to the side so he couldn't get hit by both units. Okay, so they're not going to do a terrifying amount of damage. A lot of them are going to be missing, it looks like. It's lucky for me. Oh, but I'll miss too, so that'll go even. Okay, here comes the backswing. Backswing is so effective sometimes. Sometimes it seems utterly useless. Okay, so now I'm coming in for a deadly bite. It's such a valuable quest to get this Ophidian. It's a very good use on the battlefield. So he's at 6 and 0, he's at 3 and 0. This one's at 3 and 0, this one's at 15 and 5. That's their armor and defense, respectively. Oops. Okay, so take him out. Oh, I got a block there. That's kind of rare. I don't have too much armor. Okay, so this is another problem. It looks like this was their primary flanking unit, and he doesn't want to get hit by this Ophidian, which means he's going to go all the way around the outside. Not sure that's the best strategy at this point. And then he didn't even get hit, but he did get behind, so I'll give him points for that. Ooh, I should have probably focused that over here. It might not be noticeable to the casual observer, but for me particularly, I find this battle extremely exciting. I haven't had this much of an AI challenge in the game ever, not even in War of Magic, which was the first game. Alright, so some decent experience all around. Oh, I got a warg for my trouble. Okay, so this is the sort of one of the great examples of the brilliant changes they've made to the game. If you look at the tech tree, it's always bothered me that horses came before wargs in the tech tree, and wargs costed more. But technically, the warg wasn't better than the horse. The horses were actually much better than wargs. But now, wargs have been changed to be slightly better. A warg does +3 initiative, +5 dodge, an extra move, 100% prone avoidance, and 15 dodge versus ranged attacks. So basically, if you pick up a horse, you're going to get +20 carrying capacity, which is a maximum of +2 initiative, essentially, because you'll go from, if you look here, you have an encumbrance, and when your encumbrance is over 40% encumbrance, you get -2 initiative penalty. So having a horse can get you all back down to what I'm at right now, which would be 33%, and allow me to carry better armor. But on the same sort of idea, I could just use a warg, and then I would not only negate that penalty, I would also have +1 initiative, because this is a total of +3. And then I would also have 5 dodge, and all the other bonuses of a horse, which makes the warg overall better. The thing that they gave the horse to sort of catch up a little bit is it'll do 20 dodge versus ranged attacks, and doesn't have the 5 normal dodge. So horses are still better against archers. They're just a little bit slower. So it kind of gives you a nice sort of differentiation between a tank-type unit, which would want a horse, and a fast flanking unit, which would want a warg. Also, any archer that you have, if you put them on a warg, it's going to negate a large portion of their penalty for using bows. So, I'm going to give Lord Caravox the warg. And what do we have up here? Hopefully, there's a better spot. I'll take the 3-4 over the 2-5, although I would like to try to develop a 2-5. That would be a massive amount, just massive amount of materials. And materials are super valuable in this version. Because so much of the game is how quickly you can produce things. Get another shrill here. I'm going to solo the battle again to get a little extra XP out of it. I'm trying to get this guy to level 4 so we can get Path of the Warrior. Okay. So I could fight this grizzly. I'm gonna hope that the grizzly bear attacks me. That would be better. Uh-oh. I say uh-oh because there's an obsidian golem near the area where I would like to put my settlement. Obsidian golems are a big uh-oh. That's 108 health with 46 defense and 29 damage. Plus they've got overpower, which means you can't really use train units effectively against them. They're a very sort of scary foe, I would say. So over here I had iron and what will become a Death Shard. I want to give myself sort of a block over here against the altar. And I'm going to need to defend that, which means another hit to my economy, which is already not doing too well. Alright, I need some time to heal, so I'm going to look at this quest. Ooh, this is an interesting quest. Rats are my specialty, so I'm going to clear out this rat's nest. But what they don't tell you is there could be a corpse spider in the crypt. It could just be rats, or it could be something extremely dangerous. Corpse spider has Venomous 3, which will transfer Poisonous 3 to you, whether it hits or misses you, which is a bug in the game. Which essentially means that you're going to be losing 5 hit points per round just from the poison. Plus it does 15 attack. It's a very powerful beast, but there are ways to kill it. The first one that comes to mind is to back way up and shoot fire at it. Alright, that didn't work. So I'll back everyone up. Get my fortifications on. Let's see, 8 spell resistance, so not terrible. Oh, but you know what? Oh no, I was hoping that Ophidians were immune to poison. In fact, they are not. So he's still going to have problems, and the Ophidian only has 12 health, so you can't afford to get poisoned even once. Oh, that's weird. The Flame Dart has a cooldown now, which means that I can't cast it once per round. I have to wait. I like what they did there. So I'll cast Chaos this turn. It sort of forces you to use more varieties of spells. Okay, he resisted that one as well. We'll try Fire again. That one hit, but it only does 4 damage. And that's a lot of mana. try chaos one more time. Oh good, he's dazed. It doesn't really help me. Alright, so I will fortify. The days wear off, yes. To chaos. This is kind of a big boss fight right here. I'm likely going to lose my hero over this. And the trick is I have to let the spider attack first. Hopefully it'll miss. There we go. See, I got 3 poison damage there. But now I can use Deadly Bite and finish it off. There you go. Ooh, that gave me some good stuff. I got my, first of all I got my path open for this brave hero. He's got Rage, which is plus 8 attack when under 25% HP. And Crackspud is great for warriors or defenders alike. So, Defender is going to make him a really strong tank. But this faction is going to have really good trained unit tanks. So I'm going to choose Path of the Warrior, which is plus 3 attack, plus 20 weight capacity. Oh, the biggest change here, not much, but Path of the Governor is plus 2 growth and lowered unrest in city where this unit is in. Minus 15% to unrest, so if you go for like a governor strategy, and if indeed they did make it viable to get good experience from high production values, you can have very high taxes with the right set of governors. Would be a good strategy to test out. Okay, and then so he's gonna take Path of the Warrior. I've got my dead rat to bring back. And now let's look up here. I wonder if there's one more space farther out. No, it looks like this is the only colonizable area. So I've got a 2-5 and a 3-4 to look at. And of course, they've done a good job here. They made sure that every single good spot has a guardian. This obsidian golem is going to be a huge problem if I try to settle there. Wow, that's the fastest route. So they're going... I don't believe that's the fastest route. Oh well. Oh, see, look at this. They've already got another outpost up. I need to prevent them from getting anywhere near me. I want all this land for myself. Ooh, okay, so here's something good. I have the choice between a Doom Club, which does plus 10% damage per hit on your enemy, or 300 Gildar, or 20 Influence. 20 Influence, never gonna choose it. I don't need Influence for anything, really. And 20 is not... I mean, it grows slowly, so that's a lot of it, but there's not too much you can do with just 20 of it. So I will take plus 300 Gildar, because my faction is all about strong heroes, and you can't get heroes without money. So let's look at this. I took Finesse, which is going to give him a little extra boost to attack, and he's got really high initiative. Plus he's got Adventurer's Boon, so it looks like, even though I have Fire and Water Disciple, it would be better for me to go Path of the Warrior, or Path of the Defender. I like Path of the Defender quite a bit. But I could also go Path of the Assassin. These path choices are getting very difficult to choose from. The problem is I don't have any good shards for fire or water. Or I do have one water shard, but still the blizzard isn't really that useful, and I can get a building that'll give me blizzard scrolls that are more efficient. The bonuses to attack would be good. What I think I'll do is I'll go Path of the Assassin and go for high initiative and criticals. The reason being that I want to get impulsive, because I can combine impulsive with blizzard and fireball to do a very fast fireball attack. Plus, it doesn't look like I have any other real options for that. It's definitely the Pits of Namtur. Oh, you know what? I need to start looking to see whether or not there's... Yep, there's pioneers coming into my territory, I should have guessed. So, leave my territory and go to the far side. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Finished my upgrades here. So... Still saving Tower of Dominion for a different place. Research bonus. Research bonus. Research bonus. I'm doing 5 research, so plus 25% isn't really that much. Plus 1 mana per season. Also not too much. I could go for a hoplite. I'm gonna need some kind of defensive unit, so I will build a hoplite. Can I get to you this turn? Sort of a trick of the mind here. The actual lair is on the right here, and I can move into the effect square of it, which I'm not going to complain about right now because it plays to my advantage. Alright, so let's look at this. Yeah, I'm going to want to fortify. Ah, I knew they would do that. They moved just out of range. Well, there's a good crit. Wonderful. Let's hope the Deadly Bite does 100% damage. No, pretty much though. Good, solid hit. Oh, I missed. Backswing. Backswing's a real lifesaver in the early game when you don't have 100% accuracy. But the bonus wanes. Healing Nectar. I'm gonna need that. Let's see what kind of weaponry. Cutting weapons aren't gonna do anything against an obsidian golem. That's all we have. We have spear too, but still. Not the most effective. So they need to run back. So, oh, you know what? I should have checked for pioneers again. I need to check that every turn to make sure they're not popping in. And after sorcery, I definitely need to get gardens. Oh, I don't like that at all. Look at these guys here. They've we've got an extra hero with him now. And a constable, which is a really sort of early game unit, let's say, to be polite. And they picked up Clooney, first name George. I'm gonna force them to walk across the river then. Might as well go into the pits of Namtur, right? Alright, I've got almost all my HP back. Oh, it's something else. I'll read this one for you, since you might not have seen it before. Long ago, this land was home to the Illuna, an order of scholars whose knowledge of the ancients was second to none. Destroyed once by the Titans, devastated a second time by the Cataclysm, it has become a desert, cursed by sandstorms, inhabited by savage wildlings and elementals of the sand and wind. And to the lord who rules them, Torax. Somewhere within the wasteland, though it is rumored that the Illuna's great library still stands. Oh, I see. Sorry about that. Somewhere within the wasteland, though, it is rumored that the Illuna's great library still stands. If you can reach it, their knowledge, their power, their technology can be yours. So this is the Illuna, the Lombard Desert, which I haven't seen in such a long time. I thought it was a new wildland. Turns out it's not. Still pretty exciting though, right? Alright, well, I'm gonna kill this sand golem easy enough, so I'll do that next turn. It'll be enjoyable for everybody. Okay, one more turn and I should have my health back up to normal. Yeah, close enough. See, it's weird, the effect doesn't always hit the right unit. It's like chain lightning or something like that. So notice this time he went up to the battle front, and since he was going to get hit by 3 units consecutively, he put up his fortification first. Got 3 dodges. Now he just has to wait for reinforcements. I ought to check. I wonder what kind of damage the Ophidian does. 9 pierce damage. I thought it might do a little bit of lightning damage, but I guess not. It's a scary looking beast. Alright. Now the spoils. Leather cuirass. That's, not valuable. Really. Everyone has a cuirass. Oh, look at that. Hate stone, don't mind if I do. And I'm still gonna kill you, even though you retreated. odd that they have a little lock sign above the shard I can't use. But I mean, overall, that probably makes sense. The thing is, it's just gonna flip over as soon as it gets in my territory, so there's not a lot of information being shown there. Oh, I wonder if any pioneers stuck by. Here's one. It's like an instinct you get after a while playing this game. They just keep on coming back. Oh, one of the big improvements to the game is right here it shows you how many movements you're going to get for each tile, so you don't have to wonder if that's technically a hill or not. I'm gonna defend one more time. Probably shouldn't have, but I wanted to make sure everybody could get a hit. I can't really afford a war with Altar right now, but I'm worried that they might just attack me as soon as I go after the Tarth. Something to think about. If you notice there, I've got my eyes on that grizzly bear now. Oh good, I got sorcery. That is good news. Sorcery. So next I can go after Iriag's journals. But first, there's a few technologies I need from the civilization tree. Namely agriculture. For every turn you're not researching food and you've got maximum population, you're pretty much falling behind the rest of the players. If you look here, I'm at 27 now instead of in the 30s, which tells me I need to build that military unit quick. Because even being a few points behind is going to give me some negative modifiers to diplomacy. The weak are quickly taken down in this game, even by the kingdom factions. It's a big mistake to think that kingdom factions are going to be naturally more peaceful. They're only more peaceful to their own kind. Ooh, see here, I need to get first strike because that bear has maul. Yep, and cold resistance. Something to note. I wonder what its spell resistance is like. 8 spell resistance. This guy puts out 80, so good chance to slow. Yeah, definitely worth it. Let him get... Oh, clever bear there. He's getting within attack range. Damn him. Alright, well, he's gonna get first strike then. Stupid bear. Or actually, look, I got first strike. It's because I cast slow, I think. Look at that. I'm lucky I got a dodge on the second thing. He did 10 damage on the first strike. There we go. Oh, wow. It's nerve-wracking to have the bear dodge one of your last attacks. Oh, here we go. This guy is a hunter with some strength and brute, so he'll go Path of the Warrior. Problem solved there. It's going to be a really powerful unit later in the game. Darkling Cloak. Now this is, I'm gonna make a list in the, oh, actually, okay. never mind. I'll save that talk for later. But the Darkling Cloak gives you the ability to cast Blind, which is actually a pretty powerful ability. There is a cloak that allows you, Cloak of Shadows, which gives you +4 dodge. And +4 dodge is just so unimportant. It doesn't help at all in the game. It's just so frustrating to see units equip that, because 4 dodge is 4% greater chance to evade, but there's many situations where that just doesn't matter. Like if I have 106 accuracy, irrelevant. And considering that the other cape options are 50% fire resistance or 50% cold resistance, and each of those get +2 armor, you should never ever choose the Shadow Cloak. Although the Darkling Cloak allows you to cast Blindness, so if you got a high spell mastery, that can be extremely effective. Alright, so Pioneer is finally to her destination. Just in time, too. Look at that stupid familiar coming up. Alright, so upgrade with... I might want to take Warden, but I'll leave it for now. So basically I have to check this border now for a while to make sure they're not sneaking units through. They're planning on there's been word around the water cooler, I think, and then it got spread somewhere on the forums that what they want to do is have, like when this unit comes up here and then I tell it to get out, it will actually send it back to the nearest city or even to the capital. So the AI is free to send as many units as it wants all the way up into your borders, but if it gets caught, then it basically gets sent back and then gets new orders. And then that combined with some AI to tell or with some computing power to tell the AI, don't go through enemy territory unless you think they're not looking, would be a perfect addition to the game. Right now it can get pretty tedious, making sure no one's coming near you. See, like this right here, this isn't gonna fly. Leave my territory. Never had them declare war about that. Alright, let's look at my resources. Getting a few wargs per turn. A little bit of metal. 5 research per turn. No influence per turn, but somehow I have 20. Not sure how I got that. Maybe everyone starts out with 20. That would be a good idea. So the hoplites, 7 more turns, and after that, another... Oh, okay, that was the wrong button. That was the rush button. So kind of a waste of Gildar there. Although I do need the unit. Hoplite. What I'm going to do here is take my warrior, who doesn't have any movement unfortunately, put it there. I'm going to have my warrior team up with these hoplites and then go defend that eastern border. I should take Leodana for the ride too. She'll get some XP, right? Actually, that's not a terrible idea. And for construction, what I meant to do was click train and get one more pioneer going. Not every click can be a winner. Okay, so now I feel comfortable enough to take this outpost, which is undefended. Most outposts are. Because I can always bring these troops in for backup. Look at this. The Tarth will just expand relentlessly if you don't curtail them. But they never defend anything that they take, so it's a simple measure to declare war and go for it. Oh, okay, so I meant to take this warrior and send it along over here. Oh well. Hopefully that doesn't have a huge impact on me. Whoops. Nope. Wrong direction. But they'll get there eventually, I guess. Declared war on Tarth. So Altar still like me this turn. Yithril are friendly towards me. Interesting. Considering, I think I have some natural bonuses or something. Because I'm not doing well. Ooh, Band of Agility. I want that. I have to meet the old woman named Maggie. She tells me about a wolf den, I guess. Once again, I'm not reading the quest because both I and you should save them for when the game is finished. I mean, I've read them all and checked for typos and whatnot. They look pretty good. But I'm not going to read them out loud now because you'll be tired of them by the time the game is ready for you. Alright, what do we got here? It's a level 1 crystal quarry. Man, I wish I would have taken this clay pit. That's a lot of materials I could be using right now. Yeah, I need another pioneer. Maybe another hoplite, really. I am going to war after all. Oh, hey, there's a pioneer. How did I not see that? Good times. I'm gonna enjoy these battles. I like battles where the enemy can't defend. This isn't war, it's sport. On south. Yep, an outpost just sitting there waiting for me. Can't upgrade because I don't have rituals, but I can upgrade this with something if I need to eventually in the distant future. Okay, so I want to see this. Pioneer has 1 turn left and 13 Gildar, so not a good example, but I suspect that if the only reason that was taking 3 turns was because that's the minimum, I would be able to get Gildar from rush buying it. Sneaky little trick for people that play on Ridiculous. Not that I would ever do it. Wargs and a shard. It's gonna be worth it. Attack the wolves. He didn't get a move. He's got low initiative. Good critical chance, wow. That spearman is crit more than any other player. Oh, see, that's another problem with the new AI tactics. That third wolf should have shown up. And so should have this one. They stayed back for some reason. Probably the AI thinks that they're archers. But in fact, these units are all the same. So they should all be moving at the same pace. But that's what Fred Boy said. He said, it'll be generally smart, but specifically stupid. So I got my dodge ring. Plus 3 dodge. Yes, please. And once again, that should be a plus 10 dodge ring, at least. mean, you can sort of abuse dodge, but you can never abuse dodge with that ring. So that ring won't be the problem. Things like maybe plus 6 or 7 dodge, I guess. But the problem with dodge is there's certain things you can do, like there's 2 plus 1 per level options. So level 10 unit could get 20 dodge, and then get 10 dodge, or get another 20 dodge from other traits. Then they could wear the dodge cloak for 4, and use the, or no, that's already including the monk staff. So they'd have like 60 dodge, and since each starting unit starts out with about 60 accuracy, they'd be almost impossible to hit. Which, you know, isn't really abuse because you're training a level 10 unit to get that. And there's plenty of units that are going to be naturally better at accuracy and more able to hit those units. Plus, heroes have a true strike ability. But I could see the argument that giving a whole bunch of rings away with plus 10 dodge, you'd only need 6 items with 10 dodge to be pretty much invincible, and it wouldn't have anything to do with level. So maybe 6 dodge for the ring instead of 3. But 3, I'm never going to choose a ring with a dodge of 3. I only could wear 3 possible items, and I'm not going to waste one on that. You know? He can move up pretty far here. Put his dodge on. I wish he had counterattack. Huh. That stupid bear didn't move up. Or smart bear, I guess. He knows what's coming. A deadly bite. Oh, that wasn't a very good bite. There you go. Grizzly bear down. Got lots of good bear pelt now, too. Oh, I wish I could get that goody hut this turn. Too bad. But it's time to do some shopping. Sell that. Items are pretty much up to date. I could get one more magical item, but there's nothing that really stands out. Oh, you know what I'll do? He's got a really crappy weapon, and he needs a shield. So what goes good with a shield? Oh, I know. An ice spear does. It's so awesome. Ice spear plus shield is pretty awesome. But it does cost a lot, so maybe only smart for your sovereign character. Let's see what they built me over here. The Tarth have been really nice and have been building me lots of outposts. I really appreciate that. I should send them a thank you letter. Okay, so I got agriculture. Now I'll take mining. It's time to get my production in order. And I'll want construction as well. Construction will give me high tower. It's about time. Oh, there we go. Well, that death shard flipped over right away. I like that. So, death shard first. Or second this time. Different order than I chose before, but different situation now. Ooh, Arctic Wolf Cloak. These are good. Or these are half as good as the other one, actually. But still, if you don't have a cape, it's a nice cape. Okay, so, what's going on? He's built pioneers, which I really don't need that many of, because the Tarth had just been going crazy with these. Dark cave, would you like to investigate? Nope. I'm good. Oh, hey, I didn't say destroy the quest, I just said I'm not ready for it right now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Never gonna do that again. Lucky Skullcap. +1 defense, +5 dodge, +1 crit. That's not bad. I like that. Okay, but I will get a Another outpost out of the deal. I'm tempted to go after the Gildan as well, but they don't actually have a resource on their outpost, so I'd just be raising it. There's no point in that. Plus, there's a small chance they'll just kick the enemy out of that area, leaving me with a pretty good backdoor protection. Coffers are waning. Or waning. Okay, Ravenous Harridan. I'm not quite ready to take on a Ravenous Harridan. And that Pioneer is nowhere close, so we'll stick to it. I wonder if they went any farther west. Nope. Obsidian Guardian. I mean, they might have, but I won't be able to follow. Tarth don't generally get attacked by monsters. Pioneer. Where was she headed? Oh, you know what? I might be able to take on these Siltsghast now. Ooh, they're tough though. I'd like to be able to kill 2 of them before the battle starts. I might just wait on that. Lots of wild wargs in my territory. Oh, that's right. I was thinking maybe I'd be ready for that. Sitting all to the north by now. Not really ready for it though. And since I have it blocked off, there's no rush. See now, everyone's in the 40s and I'm still just barely getting to 30. I'm about 10 power points behind overall. Monsters in my territory, eh? Oh no. Tarth monsters at that. So they don't have restrictions there. And they sent their damn queen after me. Wow. Long live the queen. I should be able to take them. Oh, what's this? They want tribute. Nope. I'd rather go to war. Oh, okay, so this is another thing that I was talking about on the forums. The AI is getting much better at handling an army. So they come to this point, they see that they can't best me. So what do? They summon a familiar to help them fight. Sovereign Bond. This animal can cast any spell the Sovereign can cast, and it has counterattack. But it's pretty weak, so if I rush it, I should be able to kill it in time. Let's see what kind of spells this queen has. So she's got life 2, air 2, fire 1. Nothing detrimental, but the queen also has impulsive. Let's see if I can't even the odds. Oh, I have a new spell for essence. +1 Gildar per essence. So when I have 3 essence, that'll be +3 Gildar. It's pretty good. I have to admit, that's pretty good. Not sure it's better than +1 grain, but it's still good. So, Pillar of Flame, damage spell. 48 mana, not a problem. Did a good bit of damage. Now we move it. This is the most interesting battle I've fought so far. I'm gonna have to rush them. She's got 33 of 38. I wonder what her spell resistance is. Her familiar has only 2. Where is she at? She hasn't even come up yet. Wow. Ambusher, pretty decent spear unit. And they get that attack bonus, don't they? So their attack 30, defense 3 normally, but 8 right now. I'm gonna take a risk and try to slow her. She's slowed. Oh, cool. The familiar, the familiar just cast heal on her. It's interesting. So it looks like the first unit to the front will be the ambusher. I don't like it when they hit back though, so I'm going to slow it. Oh, even better, the familiar cast haste on her. Very good. So it'll go me. Oh, then battle cry. I don't think that I have the ability to counterspell. That would be good. I should have had a counterspell in the group. So that means they're all going to get 1 extra turn, which means I will fortify. 27 damage. I'm going to wait for that unit to attack before I move against it. And I'll move this guy to the flank. Cast 1 more slow. Water magic is so powerful. I mean, some people think that water magic isn't good because it doesn't have a damage spell right off the bat, but in so many cases, slowing your enemy is more valuable and much more effective. See, that's the ice spear I bought. Although it doesn't have the ice effect on it, which is a bug. Okay, so we're gonna go here to Deadly Bite. Hopefully that kills them all. Almost. And then we'll go in for the swing. Great. Now it's just us. We can be alone, finally. Yeah, it's not easy to fortify against a moving target. So she's going to move back every turn, and it's going to give her a pretty decent advantage. Smart play. Backswing. Uh-oh. I might get an injury on this battle. It's taking forever for my Deadly Bite to come back, too. Darn it. Okay, I'm lucky. I'm afraid that she's gonna crit. Crits would be bad at this point. No crit? Lucky me. So there we go. I weakened her faction a little bit. And made the point that she can't just go expanding everywhere without consequence. So her and Altar are doing really good. Normally Magnar has the biggest advantage, but if they get a bad start, it can delay them quite a bit. Working on a kennel there. I should split these forces. I need one more unit in this army. August, Sothia. I'll send Sothia to the south. And Irwan to the east. It doesn't look like I'm going to do anything more to the north for a while. And I'm quite worried about Altar. Plus, if I have this many units, I can start expanding south in that direction. Get some free outposts. Oh, whoops, my city is idle, which means I built my kennel. Okay, here we go. Garden. Garden's gonna be important. And Guardian statue would be good too. I've hit my first sort of lull in the game. It seems that there's not going to be much happening right now until I finish my research, my build queue, and get my units placed better. And Season 105, wow, that used to happen on turn 1, so that's a pretty good delay. There are things I could be doing. I could be snaking about to the north, trying to find stuff, but until I can kill these obsidian golems, there's not much point in moving north. And to the south over here I've got a lively war, but I just defeated their sovereign, so it'll take a while for them to regroup. He's a level 7 champion, so I've got another research, long research after the current queue there. What's over here? Okay, I think the next expansion I'll do is I'll move down this eastern border and think about a siege. Altar right now is in the lead, so I'm a little bit worried about them having a strong army. I would say that, in closing thoughts for this video, the problem, or I guess not the problem, but the problem that I'm currently facing on the strategic level is that there aren't sort of enough reproducing baddies around the map that are sort of presenting problems, which means that all the territory that I've conquered, I can just sort of set it and forget it, which isn't entirely true because of upgrading and things like that. But if I'm not needing to protect these outposts, I can just sort of, you know, span them, and look at the like the spamming nature of this. These two I captured without fight from Tarth. They weren't able to even get up to me in time, so they shouldn't be expanding in an area that they can't defend. Because they also built on these resources, and if they're building on these resources, it's a waste of Q production. What they should be doing is trying to stay away from my territory, because the AI can know that relations are bad when borders touch. They should try to avoid border touching, which is not what they did here. They sort of just came in and tried to steamroll over me. but they didn't have any defenders to back it up. So either move in defenders or don't bother. I would prefer they move in defenders. The lairs that I took over in the early game were very weak, and if I would have let them sit, they would have eventually pumped out units every 15 turns or something. But I don't really have the patience, and it's not fair to the AI to start farming lairs. What would be better is if each lair was just constantly producing like one soldier per turn, and the sort of fight in the early game would be lots of little XP from these minor lairs that are producing tons of units, and then something like these Siltscath, which are surprisingly deadly, would maybe produce like one unit every 10 turns. But so their army would still grow, but it would take till turn 100 or so for them to get 10 Scath units or 9 Scath units, and then I would have to deal with that sort of menace. But right now, that's just sort of like all this area is dead because I've cleared it. And especially in these areas where it's cleared, but there's my territory doesn't exist, that's the areas where the game should be sort of creating a menace for me to fight. Also, I've gotten into this wildland and explored it, which in my opinion should unlock sort of roving bands of whatevers and whatnots, and these whatevers and whatnots should be, you know, pouring south now to attack any enemies and cities they can find. That would be ideal. In fact, some wildlands should be intelligent tribes that can take over and conquer areas. They could be human, they could be troll, or other kind. So that's basically what I think. Overall, I'm having a great time playing. But there is that last little bit of game that's missing at this point. So I will save and hopefully play the rest of this. I'll probably start the video once the game's picked up a little bit. There's not really anything that's going to happen for maybe the next 25 turns. So I guess in closing, thanks for watching, and I'll try and come back soon with another video.